Good morning from Snake Mountain Boat Works on Tuesday, November 7. As you can see, it's time to turn blonde mahogany. RJ has started. This boat is so large, we'll do it in pieces. We're starting with the foredeck and after deck and the covering boards. And within about an hour or so, she should look quite different than she does now. What I'll do is stop the video now so that I can start participating in the fun. One of the things we've learned about this Interlux Interstain is that if you really let it flash completely till it's totally dull, then you play absolute hell trying to clean the surplus stain off the wood. So our technique, starting with the 59 Sportsman, now is to have one guy apply as RJ is, and momentarily either John or I will be right behind him scrubbing the stain cross grain off the wood with using cheesecloth. So as soon as RJ has finished that section, I'll follow up right behind him and begin the scrubbing part of this process. What's our secret formula for today?
1 and 1.
Pardon me?
1 and 1.
1 and 1. One red, one brown.
Actually, I want to hit the spot a little more right here. I'll find a step stool to stand on for here. Did you start with the center plank?
Yeah.
Okay.
You really want to work cross grain, even though it's a bit of a hassle to do so in so many locations. But by going cross grain, you fill the valleys with stain. That's why it's called a filler stain.
I'm kind of lightly scrubbing the first time over.
Right, and get the big pile off.
Yeah, just pushing it into the wood and pushing it into the cracks. And after I get some of it pushed in, I'll start scrubbing off.
Some people like to use terry cloth. I tend to like to use terry cloth, but we're pretty standardized on the cheesecloth. It really does a better cleaning job. What we hope for is that the latex gloves don't break in the middle of this, because it's called stain for a reason. Well, time to get back to scrubbing. We'll be back to you once we have the decks and covering boards all beautifully stained. Well, we made it up this far. Time for the net. Well, there you have it. The decks, the foredeck hatch, helm station frames, covering boards, aft deck. We've got it all. We did not stain the dash panel yet because a previous person removed the twin chrome strips that are always in the dashboard of a U22 and really did a rather beautiful job of inlaying blonde strips. And we didn't want to allow any of this stain to splash onto that dashboard. We've stained the two strips with Sandusky's Corona Blonde stain. And that way, once that stain cures, then we can come back with the mahogany stain and stain the whole dash panel. And the two blonde racing stripes will not accept any of the stain. They will be sealed against absorbing any more stain. We'll probably hit it with a couple of coats of a clear penetrating epoxy sealer before we dare experiment with the mahogany stain. And that way we know for sure that this beautiful blonde is not going to be turned into a redhead where she shouldn't be. So, this is our update on the 1946 Chris-Craft Brightside U22, November 7, 2017. What a fantastic milestone. Later today, we will attack the topsides and transom. I mean, it's quite gratifying to be this far along in the staining project, unless you realize that we've probably stained at most 20% of the surface area of the boat at this time. But we'll be back at it, and we'll be back to you with more. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now from Snake Mountain Boat Works.